You're hosting your boss for dinner. Candlelight, everything perfect. Then your kid grabs the mic. Mom says you drink too much wine and that's why Daddy sleeps on the couch. Career destroyed. Chicken nuggets still being chewed. And it doesn't stop there, because kids always drop the worst line at the worst time. And here's why their brains have zero brakes and how you survive it. Mouths with no brakes. Kids' prefrontal cortex, the brain's bouncer that's supposed to stop bad ideas at the door, doesn't fully show up until their 20s. Basically, your kid's running life without antivirus software. MIT research backs it up. Language develops way faster than impulse control. So your child can form a perfect sentence about dinosaurs, but has zero idea when not to yell it. Picture this. You're at the bank. The teller's counting money. Your 5-year-old announces, at full stadium volume, "Wow, you're really slow. My teacher says I count faster than anyone." The teller's face, shattered. Your face, melting. The 17 people in line, witnesses to your child's unfiltered neural live stream. Here's the thing. They're not trying to destroy you. Their brain literally has no brakes. Adults think, observe, check social context, maybe speak. From kid point of view, thought detected, deploy words, max volume, preferably near a hidden microphone. That's why the grocery store suddenly becomes a TED Talk on facial hair. That lady has a mustache like Grandpa. Shh, but darker. Is she Grandpa's sister? Aisle 5 just became center court at Wimbledon, and you're just standing there praying for the sweet release of the fire alarm. The attention economy crisis. Your 4-year-old's been monologuing for 20 minutes about their imaginary friend's birthday party. You've been nodding while mentally meal planning tacos. Kid brain calculus, important people equal parents pay attention. Solution, become more interesting than important people, and kids don't escalate gently. Scene, at the pediatrician's office. Doctor, any concerns about Emma's development? Emma, Mommy has a weird rash on her. You, Emma loves books. Emma, but the rash. So many books, none on surviving this moment. Here's how the escalation ladder works. Mommy, look at my drawing. Ignored. Mom, I cleaned my room. Uh-huh. Mom, I found your special drawer. Full attention achieved. Mom, I told Grandma your password is the dog's name. Full system breach. Because kids are tiny scientists. They test inputs, they test outputs, and they learn real quick. Shocking statements get the fastest results. Apparently, 97% of people watching still aren't subscribed. Be the statistical plot twist. Already subscribed? Legend status unlocked. Welcome to the Open Mic Parents Club. Now, if attention is loud, bathroom news is surround sound. The bathroom broadcasting system. Live, unscripted, maximum volume. The restaurant classic. You come back from the restroom. Kid, did everything come out okay? You, shh. Kid, you are gone forever. Was it diarrhea? Other diners, forks down, appetite's gone. Kid, remember when you had diarrhea at Grandma's? You, check please. To a child, bathroom business isn't private. It's public service information. The whole room deserves the update, and it only escalates. I need to pee. Acceptable. I need to poop. Unfortunate. My poop is green. Disaster. Want to see? The apocalypse. Because in their world, you're not just a parent. You're the unwilling correspondent. Poop watch 24/7. Developing story. And if you thought that was messy, wait for the truth bombs. Nuclear honesty. Before age 7, kids don't know what a white lie is. They don't understand social contracts or that some truths should be locked in a vault until the end of time. Yale research shows children process truth as binary, true or false. Context, kindness, consequences, doesn't exist yet. Cue the dinner party massacre. Guest, the lasagna is interesting. Your kid. Mom said it tastes like sadness, but you'd eat anything. You. More garlic bread? Garlic bread, the universal panic button. Kid. She also said your wife looks like... You. Bedtime. They're not malicious. They just haven't downloaded the terms and conditions of polite society. And when you're stressed, forget it. Columbia research shows kids literally act out your anxiety like tiny chaos translators. Picture this. You've been cooking all day. Turkey thermometer says almost salmonella. Mother-in-law just texted she's arriving early. Your shoulders are at ear level. Your eye is twitching Morse code. Your 7-year-old wanders in. They can smell your cortisol from 3 rooms away. Their nervous system syncs with yours like Bluetooth from hell. Suddenly, they must tell grandma about the time you cried in the Costco parking lot right now. Because kids are emotional tuning forks. You vibrate with stress, they amplify it into chaos. You're playing a private frequency, and they become a human air horn. So, instead of a calm dinner conversation, you've got a live press conference about your worst breakdown. The fix? Not fake calm. Kids detect fake faster than TSA detects water bottles. Try this instead. I'm worried about dinner. When I'm worried, I might seem grumpy. That tiny bit of context helps them process your stress instead of performing it for the entire family. Next up, questions, timed exclusively for maximum humiliation. Kids don't schedule curiosity. Questions arrive when they arrive, usually during silent prayer. Harvard research says young children can't delay gratification for knowledge. Translation: their brain sees a question, their mouth becomes a megaphone. And the timing? Always catastrophic. Pharmacy, crowded. What's erectile dysfunction? Elevator, full of strangers. Is that why you were making those strange noises last night? Funeral whisper, room silent. Is he sleeping or charging? But the crown jewel, the wedding special. Priest, does anyone here object? Your kid. What's object mean? Also, why is marriage? And why does Aunt Carol hate the bride? They're not trying to ruin sacred vows. They just literally cannot hold a question hostage. Because to a child's brain, knowledge is urgent. Like, expose mom's entire romantic history in front of 200 people. Urgent. If curiosity bruised your reputation, comparisons will finish the job. The comparison crimes. Tommy's dad has muscles. What happened to yours? Kids don't realize comparisons are emotional violence. They think they're scientists collecting data while casually stabbing your self-esteem. Margin of error? 0. Mercy? Also 0. Sarah's mom is prettier. To your face. Jake's house doesn't smell weird. Emma's family has money. At the dollar store. Dad's girlfriend's nicer than you. Dad doesn't have a girlfriend. And then there's the Playdate pickup apocalypse. Other mom's house. Spotless, organized, smells like a Pinterest board. Your kid? Wow, your house is so clean. Other mom? Thank you. Your kid? Our house looks like raccoons live there. You? Time to go. Kid? Mom said mess means creativity, but Dad said it means... You, carrying child out like a malfunctioning megaphone. Because in their mind, they're not insulting you. They're conducting peer-reviewed research in public. And if that stung, wait until they start leaking state secrets. The secret spilling syndrome. The fastest way to guarantee your secret gets out? Tell a child, don't tell anyone. That's basically handing them a microphone and a press badge. Psychology Today points out that kids under 8 literally struggle with selective disclosure. To them, keeping a secret feels like holding in a sneeze. Physically impossible. They're basically WikiLeaks and Velcro shoes. Classic leaks include, we can't afford Disney, but don't tell Grandma. Told Grandma immediately. Daddy's surprise party, announced at dinner before dessert. We're getting divorced, but waiting until after Christmas. December 1st, breaking news. And then there's the cascade effect. You, don't tell Dad we got McDonald's. Dinner table. Dad, why aren't you hungry? Kid, no reason. Definitely not McDonald's. Because to a child, secrets aren't private. They're performance material. And your family drama? That's their open mic set. They can't keep a secret, but they can keep your worst quote forever. The memory bank of doom. Kids forget everything that matters and remember everything that ruins you. Shoes, forgotten, but they remember you said, we're quitting sugar on Cupcake Day. That offhand comment you made about Uncle Jerry's toupee 3 Thanksgivings ago? Archived forever in 4K. Northwestern research shows children's brains glue stick memories that are emotional or unusual. Translation, homework equals gone. Your slip up at Disney, eternal. Their filing system looks like this. Math homework, deleted instantly. Where they left their jacket, unknown. The time you dropped the F word at Disney, engraved on their soul. Filed under Exhibit A for future therapy. And they will bring receipts. Family reunion. Aunt, how's everyone doing? Kid, Dad says you're the reason Grandpa drinks. You, that was 3 years ago. Kid, Also, you called her husband you. Who wants ice cream? Because to kids, memory isn't selective. It's weaponized. Memory was practice. Court is now in session. The defense mechanism disasters. When caught red-handed, kids don't apologize. They counterattack. Why did you draw on a wall? Because you were on your phone for 100 hours. Northwestern research shows kids instinctively use moral equivalence, flipping your flaws into their legal defense. Suddenly, your 6-year-old isn't a suspect. They're a prosecutor. That crayon-on-the-wall incident, you're holding a magic eraser ready to discuss property damage. Them, you said 5 minutes, but it was 47. I counted. Also, you were watching tiny food videos. Not working. They've been building a case against you since they learned to talk. And then comes the Santa revelation. One December confession, and now every rule gets cross-examined. You orchestrated international fraud with the Postal Service, and you're mad about one missing homework sheet? Yale research shows kids between 4 and 8 are rigid about fairness. To them, a rule is a rule. Context doesn't matter. That's why bedtime becomes a Netflix audit. You stay up till 2 a.m. watching The Office. I know. Continue watching doesn't lie. The ultimate betrayal at school. Teacher, why didn't you do your homework? Kid, my parents were fighting all night about money and Dad threw a plate. Now you're at pickup explaining it was plastic, more of a toss, really, while accepting pamphlets on healthy home environments. Screen time negotiations? They're basically congressional hearings. You, no more iPad. Them. You've been on Candy Crush for 40 minutes calling it emails. The power dynamic crumbles the moment they call you Margaret instead of Mom. Because they've cataloged your lies with scientific precision. We'll see equals no. The store was out equals hidden above the fridge. McDonald's is closed equals Google says otherwise, mother. Your kid isn't trying to destroy you with these truth bombs. They're just confused why adults make rules then break them. Why vegetables are mandatory for anyone under 4 feet tall, but optional for credit card holders. And here's the real damage. When they realize hypocrisy is apparently a privilege of age. If that's what growing up looks like, why would they rush toward it? They're building their entire moral framework on the rubble of your contradictions. So, what do you do with all this chaos? That's next. The beautiful truth. These mortifying moments, they become the family legends you'll retell forever. Your kid's brutal honesty is temporary. One day they'll swap it for polite lies like the rest of us. Right now, though, they're devastatingly genuine, catastrophically real, and narrating your life with zero filter. It's not sabotage, it's trust. Proof they feel safe enough to be their unedited selves. And one day, when they stop embarrassing you in public, you'll miss it. Yes, even the hemorrhoid story.